Hello Halloumi fans, and welcome to this year's Roundup video. I'm everyone's favourite host, Dan.
And I'm everyone's favourite, Jezza. There's been a lot of good Blood Bowl played over the last 6 months, with some interesting results.
Plenty of new records have been broken as well, such as Opera Omnia, who've managed to kill an entire team's worth of players at 11, setting a new all-time high, as well as a new personal goal, Zaz.
And did you know, this has been Alado's best season so far, with the second best defence of all time, with a staggering 0.6 touchdowns conceded per game.
Truly fascinating. As always, later on we have El Presidente doing a live bowl drawing that you guys so eager to see.
But before that, let's head over to Will with this league's winner, Greg.
Congratulations again, Greg. Dutch Agricultural League Season 12 winner.
Cheers, thank you.
Finally crossed the line.
Yeah, it's been a long journey, hasn't it? It feels good. Obviously, in these lockdown days, it's nice to have a little ray of sunshine. But yeah, no, it was. I think it feels mainly good because I came second a few times, and it was within my grasp. And this time I actually managed to cross the finish line.
And so almost second again as well.
Yes. Yeah, it was very, there were a lot of hair-raising games there. And I can't remember actually how many points there were in it, but it wasn't many.
Just one between you and Rob.
Yeah. Rob played an amazing season. He really did, with those rookie lizards of his.
Yeah. So statistically now, Games Skull Shop are the 10th best team of all time. But if you take a different skew and you look at the teams that have played 20 plus games, the sort of prestigious teams that have been around a while, you are third best.
Wow.
Behind only Dan's Norse and my Amazons.
Wow, that's pretty good. I did not know that.
It's not bad. It's a good stat, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, I think Games Skull Shop have a special place in my heart because they were my first team. That I ever really played in Blood Bowl. So I kind of one of the reasons I brought them back, really. I wanted to try and do them justice, especially with all the stat ups that they got. It sort of felt like I should be able to do something with them. So that's pretty good to hear, actually. I think I'm surprised they're so high up, but yeah.
What you say makes it more impressive almost, because everyone has a rookie team that sort of they find their way with, do some bad level ups, regret their choices, and then say, okay, season 2, let's start again. But you've come back to your rookie team and made it the third best team of prestigious teams of all time. That's very impressive. Yeah, well, they're the best Chaos team of all time as well, of course, beating out James's Corn Corporation, who previously had that honour. And they're the only 2 Chaos teams that are in the top third of the all-time table. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Because people think of Chaos as being very strong. But I think really throughout the league, they've been very prevalent, but not necessarily. There's only been a couple of coaches that have made them work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of. Obviously, Zaz likes his Chaos.
And, and it had a fantastic season this season as well. Despite playing a bashy team of Chaos and placing high in a lot of the statistics of like most casualties and kills, etc., you actually only have the 9th most blocks per game in the league. 9th most. That's the bottom half of the league in blocks per game. Are you doing anything strategically to bring that about? Are you conscious of limiting blocks as Chaos? Because most other people with Chaos would probably have at least 10 more per game than that.
I think there's probably a couple of things to say to that. I think one thing is that there were a few games that I just somehow managed to get outbashed. It's always going to happen, right? But I think it surprises me because when I'm going into a game, I generally have the strength advantage. So I generally think I'm going to have the bash advantage. But actually what happened this season was I lost some key guard pieces really early on. And that actually did make it quite difficult sometimes to maintain that bash advantage. So I think I did just have a couple of games where I had a Chaos Warrior removed early on, or killed in the Lido's case, and that did actually make it slightly difficult to kind of maintain the bash advantage.
Plays into something quite noticeable I saw in the results, which was the amount of 1-0s this season for you. What was fascinating about them too is that there were 6 1-0s, and 5 of them happened in the last 7 games. It's almost as if like you're hanging on for dear life to get to the end. Just ultimate control.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of things going on there. I think one thing is that, and I actually, I know I won the league, but I do think this is possibly a flaw in my gameplay. The classic thing you need to do with bash teams, right, is you go for the 2-1 grind. So if you're in attack, you spend 8 turns scoring, and then in the second half you let the other team score really quickly, and then you have 6 turns, say, to score your second touchdown. And the flip side of it is you let someone score quickly, and then you have the rest of the game to get your 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I find that very uncomfortable because I just don't like conceding touchdowns where I can. So what I usually do is, if I'm in defense, I go all out and I try and stop the other person scoring, and I try and get that ball where possible. And the Agi 4 players obviously help there. And so I think what that means is I quite often, in attack, I score my touchdown, and then the rest of the half, hopefully, they don't score. Yeah. And then I'm spending 8 turns stopping the other person scoring rather than letting them score quickly and trying to score myself in 6 turns. Everybody played really bloody well this season. Like, everybody seemed to be
that way as well.
Yeah, really, top form all the way through. And
it's a really competitive group now, actually. 12 of the 16 coaches you probably fancy on any given day. Yeah. I mean, there's some really talented coaches out there, absolutely.
Sorry for the interruption, but I needed to let you know about these exclusive Illuminati records. We have Hooded Up and One More Time, both available on exclusive 12-inch vinyl. Get yours today, available now. Now, back to the normal, regular broadcast. Enjoy. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, it was that game versus Stuart that I think I won 1-0, and I managed to get the ball off him in the second half. So I was 1-0 up. I got the ball off him, and I had the opportunity to run up the field and do 2 GFIs and score, or come back a bit, protect the ball, and maybe try and score later, but get that 1-0 victory. And actually, maybe I should have gone for the goal, but I think I might have been a little bit affected by our game, Will, because when I played you, I had the ball and I went for some GFIs to get a touchdown, and actually Exterminatus fell on the end zone, injuring himself, giving him move down, which I'm going to keep him because how can I drop that player? My goodness, a move down on him, it made me upset.
About that, actually. That was at least something good to come out of our game. That ridiculous ending.
Yeah, maybe we'll come to that. But
I'll finish him off if we play in the semis. How about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you don't do that. But yeah, so I think that one I could have been a bit more aggressive and gone 2-0 up and hopefully won 2-0. But I didn't. And actually that game, just like a lot of them, came down to the wire, because in the end, Stu actually got the ball back off me. And he went for a long pass with a.
Yes, I remember now. Actually, I remember seeing it in the chat.
Yeah. It was. I was on the edge of my seat because, I think it wasn't likely to come off. I think he had to pick the ball up. He had to do a dodge, and he had to do a 33% throw into 50% catch or something.
Yeah. I think he had a reroll as well, right?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe he did. I don't remember. But yeah, any which way, right? You don't want those are still not odds.
Season to be decided on a 1 in 6 if it's 50 and 33, right?
Yeah, exactly. So So I think I'm overcautious. I think.
Well, it worked out. You won. Congratulations.
Be good.
Oh, and finally then, who don't you want to face in round 1? Because we're about to find out.
I haven't even looked at the options, to be honest. Who are the bottom 8?
Well, hastily, without looking at the monitor, I will say that the bottom 8 are James, Ben, Dave, Dan, Ash, Tim, Greg, Stu.
Okay, yeah. I think that's really easy. I don't want to meet. I don't really want to meet James or Dan. I think
James for me as well.
Yeah, I mean, James is he's such a dangerous player. I mean, I think probably our record against each other is pretty even. But he is just such a solid player. He never really gives you a hole, so you have to make the holes versus James. And that's never a comfortable position. I think the only saving grace is he's playing dwarves, and dwarves are a hard team to play.
I don't know if you remember, but you battered his team in round 4. You killed the Stig, and he was going to level that game, the Stig, and be a level 3 runner.
Yep.
It was round 14 of the league before James had another run and get to level 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember that actually quite well because that was another one that sort of went down to the wire where I think he had Morgenthorpe and the Stig both in kind of scoring range, and I can't remember what happened with Morgenthorpe, but the Stig was there, so I fouled him because he had to stay down, and I killed him. And
you killed him on a foul.
I did, yeah. I felt a bit guilty, but honestly, it had to be done. So. Yeah, that happened. But I mean, I think you can never guarantee that you're going to batter dwarves, and any team in James's hand is a threat. So,
nice. So that's basically it. Thank you very much, Greg. Cool. And let's see the bowl.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
What an absolutely fascinating interview. Intriguingly, Quad Damage has broken 2 new records this season, one for dealing out the most blocks in a single game and another for receiving the most blocks in a single game, both sitting pretty at round 77. Even though he's only lost 3 players.
So, Greg has set a new record for the total amount of 1-0 victories. 6 in total, 5 of which were in his last 7 matches of this league. What a boring way to win a match. Haven't seen a beard that long since season 6.
Well, slow and steady wins the league, I always say. Now, without further ado, I shall pass you over to El Presidente for live bowl draw.
Tack Commissaire. Now, time to start the draw. Number 5 will play 16. Number 8 will play number 13. Number 7 will play number 10. Number 1 will play number 15. Number 6 will play number 12. Number 4 will play number 9. 3 will play number 14. Lastly, number 2 will play number 11. So, that's the draw done. Thank you all for watching, and good luck to all of you in the bowl. I'll hand you back to my commissioners in the studio.
And we're back from that amazing draw with El Presidente.
Truly an exciting thing to behold. I also have to wish you the best of luck in your first game, Jezza. You're up against Fangornets Friday, who have broken the record for most dodges performed in a single season at an impressive 173. It's really embracing that Wood Elf mantra.
This might be the player's last attempt to kill Carl. Amazingly, he's taken 8 injuries this season, a new record.
How is he even still alive at this point? Oh well. From the entire team here in the studio,
And our team with El Presidente in Denmark, good
Good
luck
luck
and goodbye.